Hey guys, what's going on? It's Uncle Tone. How you guys doing? Welcome to Bonus Clip Thursday. How you guys doing? I just said how you guys doing twice because I messed up my own intro. Because I'm awesome. Cool beans. I couldn't really think of what to do this week for Bonus Clip Thursday. And then I saw something online and I tried it myself. And I find this really useful, so I thought maybe I'd share it with you guys. If you're anything like me and you have a newer MacBook Pro with an SSD in it, you may find yourself occasionally running very low on hard drive space. I know I myself typically run around 20 gigs free, and that's about it. I have a 256 gig SSD in my MacBook Pro. It's partitioned for 90 gigs for Windows, which leaves the rest for Mac OS X. And I occasionally, often actually, find myself running very low on hard drive space. I've actually gotten a low memory warning from Mac OS X telling me that my hard drive is almost full and I need to free up some space. I've gotten that quite a few times, actually. So I've been looking for a way to free up space on my MacBook Pro. I typically keep most of my movies and music and videos and all that kind of stuff on an external drive, which is this one right here. This is my external drive. It's 1 terabyte Seagate. I typically keep all of my stuff, as much as I can anyway, on this drive, but I still find myself running low on space. This is my Time Machine drive. It's also a Seagate. It's USB 2, so it's not as fast as that USB 3 drive, but still more than fast enough for Time Machine. Typically when I'm doing a Time Machine backup, I'll just plug it in, go to bed, and let it do its thing overnight, and then, unplug it in the morning, and Time Machine's done its thing. So I did, however, find a way to store your iTunes library. If you're anything like me, your iTunes library is one of the largest things on your computer. Depending on how much stuff you keep in iTunes, it's entirely possible that you'll be able to free up a lot of space by keeping this externally on an external drive. And doing this is actually really, really easy. So I figured I would share with you guys this week and show you how to keep your iTunes library on an external drive, thereby freeing up all that space for the stuff that's in your iTunes library on your hard drive. You can keep it externally and still sync and everything and all that kind of stuff. It works just as normal as long as you have the external drive plugged in. Super handy, and it frees up a ton of space, depending again on how much stuff you have plugged into your iTunes. So the first thing you're going to do is go ahead and do a Time Machine backup. If you're not using Time Machine, you should be, because anyone who has a Mac should be using Time Machine. It's an awesome and really easy way to back up. So back up with Time Machine first, just in the event that something goes wrong. Probably nothing will. It's a very simple process, but in the event that something goes wrong, make a Time Machine backup. Next thing you're going to do is open up iTunes. Here's my iTunes. Okay, cool beans. Next thing you're going to do is go up here to File and go to Library and Organize Library. Then you're going to see this box here that says Consolidate Files. You're going to click that and then click OK. And what that's going to do is put a copy of everything. Make sure that there's a copy in your iTunes media folder of everything that's in your iTunes. It's going to end up being a little bit redundant right now, but don't worry, it's going to make things easier later. So there you go. We need to do that in order to copy the iTunes media folder that you're going to be syncing with onto the external drive. So once that's done, it might take a few minutes depending on how long and how much stuff you have in your iTunes, but I've already done it, so it's done instantly for me. We're going to go ahead and do step 2. If you've moved your iTunes media folder in the past, you're going to want to make sure you know where it is. By default, it is in the music folder. If you click on iTunes and then Preferences and then Advanced, it will show you the file path of your music folder right there. Mine is in Music, iTunes Media. That's where mine is. That's the default location. So once you've verified that, you're going to go ahead and click Command Q and close your iTunes. Make sure that the external drive you're going to be backing up to is connected. Mine is right here. It's the Seagate drive right there. Okay, cool beans. And then you're going to go ahead, open up a new Finder window and navigate to your music folder, and then find the iTunes folder, which mine is right here. And then you're going to go ahead and take that and drag it over to your external drive and drop it in there. And that's going to copy everything from your iTunes library, media folder, onto the external drive. As you can see, this could take a few minutes. I have 1,400 items. It's going to take about 10 minutes. So we'll be back. And now we're done. It didn't actually take 10 minutes. It took like 4 minutes. So there you go. Once that's done, you can open up the external drive and make sure that that iTunes folder that you copied to it is in there. As you can see, that's the same one today at 2:22 p.m. Cool beans. So you can go ahead and close that. Now what you're going to do is hold down Option on your keyboard while you go ahead and open up iTunes again. Holding down Option and opening iTunes. And then you're going to get this thing pops out. It says choose iTunes library. So you create library or choose library. You're going to go ahead and choose library. And then you're going to reference the external drive that you copied to in this folder right here, and then open it. iTunes will open up, and there's your iTunes from the external drive. Some Fiora kid just came in. What do you want? Ow. Fiora kid, I just heard that snap.
Yeah.
She's broken! And she just jumped on my new bed. Did you just jump on my new bed?
I didn't do anything.
Miss Walker, did you jump on my brand new bed?
No.
I will jump on you. I will jump on you! I will jump on you! You little varmint! Cool beans. So now that that is done, after Fiora has interrupted us, now that is done, you can go ahead and close your iTunes. Again, Command Q to close your iTunes. And here you, in the Finder window, you have, if this isn't open, go ahead and open up a Finder window again and go to your music where this iTunes folder is. And then you can just right click on it and move it to the trash. And that's going to free up a bunch of space. Now, to actually free up the space, you do need to, of course, empty the trash. And then once that's done, the operation can't be completed because... So one of my files was actually still in use by ScreenFlow, but not a big deal. Cool beans. So I went ahead and did a quick restart. I had about 19 gigs free. Actually, before I restarted, I now have 27. So there you go. Cool beans. Just a quick and easy way to free up some space on your drive. I don't have a ton of stuff in iTunes anyway, but I will now start keeping more stuff in iTunes now that I know I can sync it or put it on an external drive. It's going to be way more convenient. So I'll be able to keep more stuff in there now and not have to worry about filling up the SSD on my MacBook, which is going to be pretty cool. It'll give me a little extra space to work with. Sometimes when I'm making videos in particular, I get low memory warnings because I'm working with large files. Sometimes some of the Minecraft videos that we make, or even the Muse-Day vlogs, if I have a lot of clips, can be upwards of 8 to 10 gigs worth of footage. So, you know, I'm dangerously close to running out of space there. So there you go. Cool beans, just a quick little tip, quick little video. I thought I'd share that with you guys, and hopefully you find this useful. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys on Muse Day. Rock on.